Speaking of marketing, one of today's greatest marketing triumphs in the entertainment field is video games. It's a business which has tripled in size in just 3 years. Ron Hindren went out in the field to bring us this special report.
All over the country, armies of young people are blasting away at invaders from outer space and paying for the privilege. I'll be looking at the electronic game craze, which has not only fascinated the nation, but which has created some interesting problems as well. Although it looked innocent enough, this machine turned out to have some unusual powers. It kept kids mesmerized for hours.
We are not a sentimental age. We don't want our parents' China or their ticker tape parades. We are not a sentimental age. We're all getting high on fire escapes. We are hooking up with strangers we will never see again. We are not a sentimental age. We are not a sentimental age. How strange, I'll never even know your name. We are not a sentimental age. On our shoulders is a boulder of a debt we cannot pay. We are not a sentimental age. My diagnosis says I tend to disengage. I'd rather have my privacy, I'd rather have my space. These are just the pills I have to take. We are not a sentimental age. When I dream, we're all melting together, synchronized in a mass embrace. Beads of water folded together like a North Shore wave. How strange, we're parts of each other. How strange, I'll never even know your name. I'll never even know your name. I'll never even know your name. We are not a sentimental age. We don't want our parents' China or their ticker tape parades. We are not a sentimental age. We are not a sentimental age. Outside, the sky is blue. There are monsters in a spare bedroom. Kids grow up and move away. They close the plant, then the mall arcade. Kids are sad, their parents too. kids get high in the spare bedroom. We grow up and move away. The seasons pass, but the monsters stay.
Sorry about that, folks. I had to go get my laundry out the dryer. It's actually really dry, which is a weird statement out of context, but it would make sense if you were me. And then I got a little cup of applesauce. Not that I don't have energy, but you know, a little bit of a perky pick me up before a stream. You guys don't even want to know what I'm doing to this cup. You don't even want to know. Alrighty. So, man, it feels like it's been so long since I streamed this, or streamed to the Fano last, even though it was like 2 weeks ago. Just bizarro. And this is unfortunately really the only time I'll have to stream this week. I mean, I could stream on other days, honestly. I could stream after work, but, you know, who wants to, like, immediately come home and go right into streaming? Okay, some people, sure. But I kind of have a schedule. I like to stick to it. Alright, let's hop into it, boys. We might do some puzzles later. I don't know. We'll see. Donde... Here we are. We should, actually get some... funky beats. And by funky beats, I mean chill vibes. Oh. How's that? Can you guys hear the funk? It's not funky music. I want to make sure it's not going to be overwhelming, though. That's the thing. I think it's going to be okay. Alright, let's get into it. We have some fun things to check out today. So last time we ended on this, one of the BCIs, a 300-page long school cruise. I would love to read that, but we talked about that last time. So let's talk about headcanon that human. Mike is either East Asian or South Asian. That's really cool. Some people like to think that Mike and Lucy are Thai because their breeds are from Thailand. This is a good observation. Honestly, I think it was very smart on Teshi's end to not have canonical human versions of the characters. Because they're not humans, they're furries. No. I think it was smart because it allows people to imprint whatever they want on them, which is great. I think that's one of the reasons why Zootopia works so well enough as it can, is that the movie doesn't ascribe any one species to like any sort of race or anything. It's just kind of like the general idea of prejudice. So the general idea of these characters being human and allowing people to put their own headcanons into that is certainly something. Of course, I think Teshi probably does have canon designs for these characters in her brain, like the human designs, but she just won't say what they are. I'd be surprised if she didn't. She tends to draw certain characters in certain ways more often. This was an interesting chapter. This was great because this was a Jasmine chapter and it really showed her growth as a character. And it was awesome because while the majority of it is them shit talking about Paulo, Jasmine's also like, well, he's also not as terrible as you say he is, and he's a lot of fun. And then it ends with Jasmine doing the thing where she puts the 2 trash bags on her chest and is like, hey boys, and like that's good. I like that. Jasmine, I know I love Paulo and Sue, but of all the canon ships, Jasmine and Paulo were the best. Like, I think I like them more than Mike and Lucy, which I know is sacrilege for a lot of people, but honestly, they just had so much fun. How could you not? I've had the BCB Reader app on my iPad for a month now, and it worked great, but suddenly it kept crashing when I tried to open it. You arrive whoa too far. Is it too far? Sometimes the truth is outside the realm of comfortability. Yeah, of comfort. Try to uninstall. This is just about the BCB app, which they ended up abandoning, which honestly was a really smart idea. It works really fine on. Here, I'll show you guys. I don't know if you guys look at BCB on your phone. I actually have an app there that takes me right to the website, even though I never use it. I always end up using the Google Chrome thing. But yeah, I mean, it works extremely well on the mobile website. So, wait, why is my camera up here? I need to move this. Give me a second. There we go. Also, I need to check the description of this to make sure. This is the corrected version of the invite, right? Let's see. Invite people. Oh, it's not gonna let me do it. I'm gonna have to dig. I'm gonna have to freaking dig, bro. Your videos. This is not the correct YouTube channel. See. It is not. Okay, hold up. Let me put the correct Discord link in the thing. I need to find out how to fix that. So it fixed the whole thing. Whatever. Alrighty. Okay, we're back at it. I'm willing to let Jasmine X Paulo be #1. However, I think Musie's your favorite overall. Yeah, I mean, that's the classic, right? It's like Mike and Paulo. Like, that's the classic gay ship. You know, you can't really go wrong with it. Hello friends, I am an adoring fan of your work, just wanting to give you praise for what you do. Respond or not, I want you to know that I appreciate your comic. There's just so much emotion put into it and I understand it all. I've always been so afraid and lost in this world. I'm older now and I'm still scared. Regardless of how far I walk, I feel it's just in a void, lost in the depths of insanity. Damn, dude, I hope you're doing okay now. I just want to say the comic helps. I can look back and see the world a little clearer. Oh man, thank you. That really means a lot. I hope to help in any way, even if it's updating. I hope that things become clearer and better for you. You're not alone and you're really great. That's the thing about being an adult. People think when they become an adult, everything's just gonna like click and make sense. It's not. Like even throughout your 20s, like most people do not get into the career that they're gonna do for the rest of their lives until their 30s. Like it's not common for 20-year-olds to get into like, okay, this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. Like your 20s is for figuring out what you want to do in life. The whole thing like in high school where they're trying to get you to think about career paths and stuff, they're not trying to force you to like immediately jump into that career path once you graduate. What they're trying to do is get you thinking about what you might like to do. And so throughout your 20s, you can take those risks and like try different things to see what you want to do or start working towards getting into the career that you want to, because it's all about stepping stones. So if you're like a high schooler, I know there's a lot of people in high school that read this comic, but if you're a high schooler and you're like, I don't know what I want to do with my life, or even if you're in your early 20s or mid 20s and you're still kind of lost, like there's still time. Is you just got to figure out what you like doing and how you can take what you like doing and learn, you know, make money from it, or find a tangential or a parallel or perpendicular field to work in to make money off of it. Like I like doing videos and stuff, and I can make a little bit of money off of doing videos, but like I do photography and I also kind of like photography and like storytelling and all that. So it's all tangentially related. One of the BCIs that I owe Kickstarter backer required me to do a bit of research into the original BCB comics, primarily the 300-page long School Cruise arc, which I essentially dubbed the Magical Girl Lucy arc because she develops magical girl powers and has an alternate form, and it's all really embarrassing, drawn when I was 12 to 14 years old. This snippet takes place long before the long School Cruise arc. It's a random comic in which Mike snaps Lucy out of a daydream she was having about human versions of themselves. I can tell that I drew this when I was 12 because the name of the boy Lucy daydreams about is the name of my ex. I didn't know that she had an ex-boyfriend. You draw Mike? You're thinking. I really want to see this. Like 300 pages of BCB content just sitting in the vault. Please, people, this is like, I would love this. I would love this so much that I would probably do an entire stream of just reading that, or several streams. It's 300 fucking pages. Keep in mind, BCB is definitely over 300 pages, but it's 2400, yeah. So that's like several chapters. And keep in mind, this was back when she had the squares, so it was like even more content going on. Are you talking about that weird incest thing? Very cool. Let's see, will she say yes? Will she say yes? Okay, she does, but the this is the Madison and Jessica BCI. This was a really nice one. Also this right here, the fact that they have like red eyes. They look like Terminators. They look like they're evil robots and they're gonna get you. But the fact that they get so like this about it means that the idea of this being like an incest thing has crossed their minds. Sue's play, that is. Okay, so there's Jasmine and Abby talking. Which they do talk. There is a Jabby question or a post coming up, and I'll talk a little bit more how I feel about that pretty soon. Paulo collectible plush. There he is. I have him up on my shelf. I don't know if I'm gonna go grab him. Guess what we have? Come to MomoCon in Atlanta. We are all here. We are here all weekend. Hey, baby. Oh yeah, they're doing the shit talk thing. 27. Let's see. Some quick doodles, a bittersweet candy bowl, human designs. I had Amaya. Yeah, that looks like a good human Amaya. They're very anime. Here's Lucy. Very good Lucy. I like the little bow earrings, and of course you have Rachel. Amaya here is literally my headcanon. This is perfect. The Lucy earrings thing is so awesome. I love seeing the ribbon reinterpreted. I can't get over that, Rachel. I love them all. Can I come by and harass you guys by throwing $100 at your booth? Yes. But they didn't say how. They could be $100 worth of pennies. You don't know. Can I come by and give you a drawing? Yes. Can I come by and give you my son? No. That's sad. She wants a kid. We'll be back 11:30 to 12. Sorry, lazy. Last day of MomoCon. Where the hell is MomoCon? Atlanta, Georgia. Damn, look how big he is. Look how small Jasmine is. She's a little itty bitty thing. She's so small that she can't even, like, she barely fits into the frame with Abby. And Abby's, like, ears are so tall that Teshi has to keep drawing them with them pinned back, because if not, they just go out of the screen or the panel. This was a good page. This is one of my favorite pages. Look at her. She's having a great time. Somehow not spilling all the trash out of these trash bags, even though they're not tied up. Okay, thank you BCB Nation for responding so generously to the 10th anniversary poster and BCI upload last week. We would not have felt emboldened to purchase this air conditioner for our bedroom. Okay. Nice air conditioner. There's something nostalgic about AC units like this. You guys know what I'm saying? We have one in our kitchen, but I never have used it. I don't even know if it works. See, Paul, if you had to make the decision to save Abby or Sandy, but only had enough time to save one, would you make a sandwich? Well, hey, guess she really is an imaginary girlfriend now, huh? I'm sorry, it's just, look at how happy she is. I don't have much of a choice. Now, hey, you look like you could do with a sandwich, PB&J, okay? Look like the type. Oh my god. Would you guys hold hands romantically or platonically with any members of the cast? I only hold hands with my soupy. Let's see, bittersweet candies for a bowl? Or like extra, yeah, so I wonder what these tasted like. I would never do it now. Obviously they're long past expired, but I think actually these candies might have been a bit more of a hassle than they wanted to deal with, but it would be interesting to bring them back. I would love to do like a taste test, like a review, like a food review on them. Is it normal to start shipping Abby and Jazz after Friday's page? OMG. I think they're perfect for each other. Very base take. Here's the thing. when we see Abby get shipped with people, and I don't want to get too much into this because I do have a video that I want to make about this because somebody is writing an Abby and Sue fanfiction, and I want to do a review on that when it's finally done because they specifically called me out. It was over a conversation we had several weeks ago, but if not Sue, then Jasmine, right? And I think Jasmine would be good. Maybe Abby could be a born-again Christian and get past his anger. I don't know. But look how small she is. She's so tiny. The smallest creature. Could Jasmine and Abby work? Yeah. I actually think it could work very well. I mean, they're both trying to get into... Well, I guess Sue was trying to get into the government stuff. Or, you know, the school election stuff as well. But I think either way, I won't say for Abby and Sue, but I think Jasmine and Abby could be fun. Now that I'm thinking more about it, I'm not sure what they do. Like, they're doing environmental club, and there's probably other things that they're interested in that they, you know, they both don't realize they're both interested in. Abby's sort of a extracurricular busybody in his own way. I don't know. But yeah, I could see it. I could see it. A lot of people do not like this ship, and no, not one single person was able to tell me why they don't like it. They just say they don't like it. See, so about your Spreadshirt page, do you have any plans to integrate t-shirts into the BCB store, or will there be... Oh, wait. Is this still around? No, it's not. I think there's still a story. Story. I think there's still a store where you can buy BCB merch, or, you know, clothing. Let's see, I have a problem, and, well, basically, I can't digest fast food at all, plus some sodas, and I want to keep from gaining weight, but some people try to feed me more, saying I need it. I don't. I just don't want to get anorexia nervosa or bulimia nervosa. Yeah, I had to know, and these people may be kind, but they regularly eat only junk. Even without them, I've lost 45 pounds in less than a year, and I still can't hold down food. What do I do to stop this? Also, my birthday. This is a hell of a fucking question to ask a stranger on the internet. Look, I'm not one to talk because I've asked strangers on the internet health-related questions, but like not to this degree. Before I get into the response, this is out of my realm of expertise, by the way. I'm completely spitballing here. I'm a total armchair nutritionist. Here's the thing, you can't digest fast food at all. Well, fast food is really bad for you. You don't need me to tell you that. Fast food it's nothing. It's like eating air. But air provides you with some sort of value, right? Because you need oxygen and nitrogen that's in the air. But fast food, jeez, when's the last time I had fast food? I really usually don't get fast food, and if I do, it's like Sheets, and it's like every once in a while. But fast food, when I would get McDonald's, and I wouldn't get it often, and I don't get it like at all now, but like I would get a Big Mac and the fries and like the drink, and like 30 minutes later I'd be hungry. It's like I'm eating nothing at all. And of course they put like nothing on those burgers now. It's like 90% bread at this point. I mean, people have proved that there's less and less meat on those burgers over the years. And so it does suck not being able to digest fast food, because if you're out, you know, it's like cheap and easy to get. Well, it's not cheap anymore, I suppose. Fast food is really expensive and the food sucks. But it's also just not good for you from the start. Plus some sodas that I don't even drink soda anymore. I haven't drank anything that wasn't water in like months. I can't even think of the last thing I drank that wasn't water. This is wild. And I want to keep from gaining weight, but some people try to feed me more. You want to keep from gaining weight. I don't know how big they are. That's the thing. Everyone has a healthy weight for their body. Now, there are exceptions to this. Like, you can't be too far on either extreme. You cannot be too skinny, and you can't be too fat, right? And your brain, this is how it's been explained to me. I've done very little research into this. This is just taken from a video that I saw months ago. But basically, our brain ascribes to us a certain healthy weight that it wants to keep our body at. And so the reason why a lot of people that end up losing weight have to like completely change their entire lifestyle, because when people lose weight, they're like, you can't just like go on a diet and then that's it. It's a lifestyle change. It's because your brain wants to keep your body at a certain weight. And so in order to combat that maybe unhealthier weight, whether it's too big or too small, it tries to get you to eat more food or less food in order to match that weight. I don't want to get anorexia nervosa or bulimia nervosa. I believe that's the being too small. Anorexia and bulimia. I don't actually remember 100% what bulimia nervosa is. Secretive bouts of overeating and self-induced vomiting. Okay. Anorexia is not that. Eating disorder, serious mental because people just try to keep the weight as low as possible. Okay. Yeah, I had to know, and these people may be kind, but they just regularly eat only junk. Even without them, I lost 45 pounds in less than a year, and I still can't hold down food. So I don't know if the whole mental process is what is causing them not being able to digest fast food. Honestly, that could just be like your body just can't process like the shitty, over-preserved, overproduced fast food compounds of whatever they're putting in it. I guess it just depends on what else you're trying to eat. Less than 45 pounds in less than a year? Depending on who you are, that's like a lot. Like some people would kill to lose that much. Still can't hold down food. That's the part that's worrying. If it depends on if it's a mental disorder that's not allowing them to do it, or if their body is like having a medical malfunction that is not allowing them to do it. And if your body is literally just rejecting food no matter what, it could be your body trying to keep you at a certain weight, but it could also be a sign of something worse, right? Like it could be a sign that you have some sort of stomach disorder, some sort of intestinal disorder. And honestly, the best thing to do, even, and I should follow my own advice, and I don't, that's on me, but the best thing to do in this sort of situation is to consult a doctor. Random strangers on the internet, even if maybe they have some sort of medical training, cannot fully and properly and accurately diagnose you. The only person that can do that is actually going to a medical professional in like not an office, but you know, like a clinic or a doctor's office, you know what I mean. The only person that can fully understand what you're going through and diagnose that is like a professional. So going online to be like, what do I do? I can't keep down fast food at all, and I can't keep down regular food. Honestly, to me, that sounds like, I mean, if they're worried about getting anorexia and bulimia, I'm spending way too much time on this. I'm sorry. I'm gonna just read their response. But my takeaway is just go see a doctor. That's the only person that can help you. That's terrible. I'm sorry about your eating disorder. I don't know why you think you have to eat fast food to gain weight. Yeah, that is true. There's like nothing in fast food. If you want to gain weight, there's many different ways to do it. Fast food could be a way to do it, but it's probably not the best. Though, I also don't know why you think this vlog is the right place to ask. Very true. I think you should see a doctor or just a general physician or whatever and get some general advice there. And find a good bakery. Everyone likes bread. Everybody likes bread. It's the best way to get fat and eat good for cheap. That is true. Bread can be very fattening. Bread's also very delicious, you know, depending on the kind of bread you get. Happy birthday. I'm sorry your friends keep feeding you garbage like it's supposed to make you healthier. So what I'm taking away from this, especially from Teshi and Sukesa's comments, is that it seems like this person is very thin, and their friends think that feeding them a bunch of fast food is going to help them gain weight. And like, look, I've also been told, like, dude, you're so fucking thin. Like, I have had family members, and it doesn't bother me. It's whatever. It's like, you know, I'm the weight that I am. It is what it is. Honestly, what's worse, being too fat or being too thin? Maybe it's about the same. Who knows? But I've had family members say, like, damn, you're really thin, or you need to eat more biscuits. And I got some decently thick thighs down here. Probably comes from all the running that I try to do. Of course, with my damaged rib right now, my damaged rib muscle, I haven't really been able to do a whole bunch of that. But it sounds like their friends are just trying to help them in the worst way possible. You should choose the food you want to eat and refuse food that you're being forced upon, especially when they aren't even helping you. They're being really shitty, making you feel guilty about it, especially when they're not even offering anything nutritious. Also, weight does not equal health, and it sucks that they're assuming your appearance means you're actively starving yourself to death. You should figure out what you like, and if they're eager to feed you, maybe they should feed you things you like that are also good for you. Like how I get cool friends feeding me chicken nuggets. I don't know how good chicken nuggets are for you, Tashi, but I get the idea. I get the sentiment. Honestly, if you're overeating, that might explain why you're throwing everything back up, because you're eating too much food and your body literally can't handle it. Everyone has a different healthy weight, but that doesn't mean every weight is healthy. Does that make sense? I think that's a good way to put it. Yeah, I know nuggets aren't good for me. I honestly didn't read the next line. Yeah, I know nuggets aren't good for me, but whatever, people are still listening to my needs. But yeah, I'm not sure about your health or what you eat or what you do. Like, I hope you aren't actively starving yourself or anything, but that's totally not good. Food-related issues are not something I'm completely aware of, sadly, other than me loving salty food. Hope you get the help you need. Yeah, this is like a weird... Like, I get the psychology behind asking people on the... Like, they obviously trust Teshi and Suitcase, because, like, oh, they like the comic that they do. Like, I can trust them. Maybe they can help me with this. You know, they help me, they help entertain me. Maybe they can help me in other ways. But honestly, people are just people, dude. Like, I can't give out, like, actual mental health advice, even though I've done my best to try to tell people what works for me. But I get the idea behind it, you know? Sometimes people, when they ask their friends for, like, health advice or something, they just want their friends to tell them what they want to hear, which is, you're fine. Suitcase, baby batter or nut batter? So, it's quite the question you got there, brother. I think both phrases are pretty ugly, but baby batter always seemed like the funny one to me. Baby batter always gives me the mental image of a baby just melting away like a chocolate bunny in the sun, so I'm not sure if that's good at all. Damn. It's like zombies or pirates. No, ninjas are pirates. The zombies are also an acceptable answer. It's got some... My dad's a dick. Got some fun Candy Boru draw stream images. Yeah. Please tell me you guys did good at ASIN. I really want you guys to come back. We did do well at ASIN. We made maybe 20% more than my estimate, which was already well above the "is this worth going to" mark. Alright, that's cool. How many... You'd make a lot more if they went to, like, Furthermore or something, I'll tell you that. How many questions do you receive daily? You sure have a big queue. I just recently seen an answer to a question that I sent months ago. I would say 1 to 3 questions per day. Generally set the queue at 3 posts per day in response to that. This year we've fallen behind on Tumblr more than a few times. This is mainly my fault, as Veronica has answered a lot, but I keep putting off the work involved in getting the queue all set up and well paced with photos. Sorry about that. I will say, if you have a question you want answered quickly, specify that and we'll get to it quickly, especially if it's a question for me. So this isn't really 100% related, but it's tangentially related. But as far as the subscriber question and answer specials go, they're gonna start getting longer and longer. Like, I literally answer every single question that comes my way, and the bigger the channel gets, the more people are gonna ask questions, and it's just gonna be like a several hour long ordeal. I think at a certain point it might just be prudent to do a live stream to answer everyone's questions. I only got into BCB this year, but I think it's one of my favorite webcomics, and I caught up on it in about 3 days. Rather surprising considering how many breaks I needed to take to stop crying. My friend and I might be going to Kineticon this year, and I really hope to see you there, and also pick up some sweet BCB stuff. That's awesome. Get your friend reading it and see us there. How long did it take me to read BCB the first time? Was it about 3 days? I remember when I started reading it, I couldn't look away. Like, the comic has a really good way of pulling you in and not letting you go. The amount of turmoil and emotional roller coaster that this comic is absolutely kind of unmatched for anything else that I've ever experienced. And not, I wouldn't say unmatched, but it's definitely up there. I always say it's a comic that grabs you by the heart and jerks you around and doesn't let go. And honestly, you don't even want the comic to let go of your heart. You're just like, please keep doing it and heal it. Please heal my heart. I hope that the money is the way to your heart. I hope that money is the way to your hearts, because that model girlfriend bundle was the way to mine. What is the current bundle on the store? Someone bought the Paulo and Sue bundle just to fuck with me the other day. Not the other day, like a few weeks ago. Is there no page bundle? Did I scroll past it? Are they all out of page bundles? That's wild. Oh wow, the Omnibus 1 is just an ebook. So is, oh wow. They're all, oh no, those are all ebook. Never, I'm a fucking idiot. I'm sorry. I was like, wow, they sold out all of their books. Yeah, there's no page bundles right now. That's crazy. Oh, it's Agent Chimendez. I just want to say I've been following WebNeco for several years, and I was really happy to see a Mike and Lucy option on their site recently. It was a tough choice, but I got me a mic to run around on my blog, hee hee. Whoa, look at that. I put Mike on the blog. This is really cool. Wait. Is that Mike? That looks like Daisy. Oh wow, Mike and Lucy. I don't even know what this is. What is this? What does this mean? Mike on the blog. Oh. Let's see, in regards to your question, wondering if people don't visit the website because of the Tumblr updates. For me, it's a yes, but I deliberately check the site on update days before I start Tumblring so I can see it organically and get you guys some ad revenue. That's cool. I'm glad you do that, and other people too. I think in my heart it's more about being able to fully control the crap you see around the comic, like news posts, promotions, etc., and less about ad impressions. I just want people to be fully aware of whatever we're doing at any given time. Cons, art streams, store sales, and competitions. That is a good point. I actually don't think... Let's disable ad block. I don't think BCB even has advertisements. I don't think I've ever... Outside of... Obviously, I use ad block all the time, but even when I don't, there's no ads at all. Which I think is awesome. I think it is awesome that they have like taken the money from like the Patreon and the BCI and have gone, that is enough. We don't need to like keep dipping into the money well by spamming a bunch of ads on the website. Like, if you don't have to put ads on the website, don't do it. People are gonna have a much better time, a much more pleasant time on your website if they don't have a bunch of ads flashing at them everywhere, or like ads that are like videos that automatically play and are really loud. Let's see, it's good, isn't it? Meanwhile, Veronica's like, guess it's brighter. When I show her her Retina MacBook screen compared to some dumb 1080p Windows laptop. Oh yeah, well, oh wait, I check your site for updates before going to the Tumblr because I have a super HD screen and I like seeing the Retina version. The Tumblr doesn't. This is older. Windows laptops have better screens now. Honestly, I wish I could look at it on my Switch OLED because I don't actually. wonder if this phone has an OLED screen. I would imagine it does. Actually, oh, you know what? Let's take a look real quick, because I know I have a... Let's see, lock screen. I know I have a way to make it look even more beautiful. Let's see. Motion smoothness. Screen mode. Vivid? Whoa. Oh, but you can't do the eye comfort shield. I need to, wow, I can just change all the settings around. Where is the thing that allows me to change, like, the FPS on my phone? Camera cutout? Oh, well, I'm not going to go through it now, but anyway, I'm pretty sure my phone has an OLED screen. Maybe it doesn't, who knows. But the Switch OLED does. It'd be nice if we could get, like, a way to browse the internet on the Switch. Maybe the Switch 2 will have one. That'd be pretty cool. I can look at BCB on my Switch. What the fuck? Where's my Jessica X Lucy BCI comic? It's waiting for you the next time we run a Kickstarter with reader-directed BCI chapters. We never did get this, by the way. Never did get this. Let's see. Thank you for letting me come say hi and give you my drawing. Thank you so much for livening up our weekend. Please come to our con, that kind of thing. See, a fun idea just popped in my head. BCB the visual novel, with all sorts of different routes to satisfy readers of all kinds. I want to see this done someday. Even if it's not made by y'all, I am thirsty for this to exist. So are we. There have been a few attempts as far as we know, but none that panned out. Video games are hard. Visual novels still count as a video game. That's hard. Dating sims also hard. I have written up design documents for a BCB dating sim, and I have just never gone through with it. If somebody gave us many thousands of dollars, one of the things I do with the spare time that it'd enable is to embark on a big BCB dating sim project using the idea Vero has had in her head for some time. But as it stands, it's just too hard to do without the funds like animation. Dating sims aren't commercially viable. You don't have to do animation for your dating sim. You can just have it be like many different pictures. And honestly, there's so many different stills of BCB characters over the years. At this point, you could probably just make an entire dating sim using the art that already exists. It's been a while, but does the girl Paula bumps into at the theater in Boy Toy have a name? I can't seem to find it. What is it, Emily? Vero decided this a while ago out of nowhere. It's Emma. Yeah, I do know this at least. I do know what the name of the theater employee in Boy Toy's name was. But I couldn't tell you every single president we've ever had. Saw you at the convention. Let's see. You've probably been asked this before, but are cat-dog hybrids possible, and can they have kids of their own? Stuff like this gets way too furry too quickly. Oh, so the truth comes out, doesn't it? See, I haven't read the rest of this, obviously, but initially Teshi said it's because she didn't want to have to think about how to make a hybrid, and that's why they can't have kids together. Now it's because it's too furry. Oh my god, the way he says this, stuff like that gets way too furry too quickly. He's saying this like it's getting out of hand and it's like too much. Oh my god, fucking get over yourself. Then again, Rachel's desire to have her own children and the impact that has on her relationship with Paulo is probably the most prominently furry thing about BCB today. Are you sure about that? Have you read the comic? Here, we're going to go back to 2016. We're going to be fair and go back to 2016. This shit's pretty furry. Like, here, we'll pull up, even though this would not have been the version of Silver Shore or Acapulco, it would have been Acapulco at the time, but it's still the same thing. Let's see. Like, you have David here. You can smell him, but he's nowhere in here. See, he's using his super dog's nose sense to smell where Paulo is, right? So that's pretty furry. Uh, I don't know. Let's not think about it too much. Why are you so scared? You are so scared people are gonna think you're a furry. Why? Why are you scared? You know, you realize that people think worse things about you, right? That aren't, like, you being a furry would be like the least bad thing people think about you. In all honesty, I made it so cats and dogs can't reproduce because I found that an interesting challenge in the world of relationships, and also because I didn't want no cat-dog hybrid fan characters like in the Sonic universe. Nip that in the bud. This is actually really cool. I wish you would do more world building like this. Also, Ugg, having to design fantasy half-breed animals like Ugg. I just want to tell a story. I'm not trying to fantasy world build God. Okay, well, that pretty much explains why there's no world building. It's not fantasy world building, really, if you put things like hobbies and stuff in there, or like show them doing their hobbies more. Hopefully sometime this month I'm going to buy $127 worth of BCB stuff from the store. I'm going to buy Upstage, a poster, Volume 1, the Boys Keychain Pack, and a book bag. They used to have a book bag? Thank you for making a perfect webcomic that stole in my heart with its amazing characters. Thank you, Veronica and Oliver. Oh, that's super cool of you. It makes me very happy to think of people reading through BCB and wanting to submit a message like that. By the way, just to remind everyone, it has been a while, but Upstage is available to play digitally on Tabletop Simulator. There it is. Sorry, I'm a bit brain fried right now. It is available to play through Tabletop Simulator. We have not added any more card packs to it, like community-made packs, which don't exist. But you know what I mean. We haven't done the custom cards, which I wrote up a design document for that. And actually, I did that on stream, but we haven't gone forward and done that. I don't want to say lazy, but I feel like I'm just being split between several different projects right now, and I've definitely bit off more than I can chew as far as life is concerned. Also, just like generally getting older and just really feeling run down. Not run down necessarily, but just like this year has kind of been a rocky start. Like getting sick almost, not right out of the gate, but getting sick for like over a week and then having this pain in my rib, which is stuck around, which it is healing, it is getting better. So I'm not like super worried about it, but it is something that just kind of impedes me, and I just don't want to like think about doing any sort of work. I just want to like focus on relaxing and feeling better. It has slowed down my productivity. At the time, I'm being a potato, just thinking about what the heck am I going to do in my life? What am I going to be in 10 years? Just being a poop to myself. My question is, 10 years ago, did you ever expect to have what you currently have? Here's the thing. I did talk about this earlier. This exact thing earlier. It's crazy. You don't know where your life's going to be in 10 years. Fuck, you don't even know where your life is going to be in 10 months. Like, I can tell you that my life changed so drastically over the course of 5 years that it wasn't even funny. It's like the moment you start stepping out your house and like doing things, your life can change dramatically. If you don't want your life to change at all, just stay inside all day. Stay inside, be on your computer, just don't do anything. But if you want your life to change dramatically, step outside your house. Go to the park. Join a group. Go see movies. Go do something. What am I going to do in my life? You don't know. You won't know. Not immediately. I guess it depends on how old this person is, but see, honestly, I expected a house, family, high-flying job, and a lot of things a lot of us expected and don't have. Ha! I didn't expect to be living here, though, and to have made so many cool things. I mean, to be fair, Suitcase has a degree in law, so it would make sense that he would, like, foresee him having this, like, high-flying job. I look back on expectations Soupy had in our talks about the future when we were 15, 16. A lot of them had to do with Soupy having a super cool lawyer job that was raking in the Benjamins, while I housewifed at home. And by that I mean take care of the house, but also have a cool, amazing art job that allowed me to work at home. I think by the time I graduated high school, our expectations turned to Soupy having a wealthy lawyer job and me being a teacher while drawing when I had time. And honestly, those conversations used to be met with saying, well, will being a lawyer make you happy? I'll be happy making a lot of money, and this is one of the best ways to do it. Okay, that explains why you never got into the practice. Honestly, Suitcase could be a lawyer still. He doesn't have to not do it because they're doing BCB. And that used to always be concerned. That used to always concern me because I wanted Soupy to be genuinely happy, and because working is one of the biggest things that takes over your life. Wouldn't it suck if your job sucked? He would tell me that as long as he came home to me, nothing else mattered. It's really sweet. And I still never felt like that was good. I wanted him to do something that made him feel good rather than make a lot of money while being stressed out and unhappy. So we might not have a fancy house or babies or wealth and stuff, but Soupy seems to be happy doing what he does best, and that's being a manager and a planner and an organizer and just so all around amazing businessman. And I can tell the excitement in his voice when he has a crazy idea to boost BCB, and I don't know, that makes me most happy of all. That's really nice. What a sweet sentiment. It's kind of funny she mentions that about like not wanting him to go off and do something that makes him unhappy. Or like doing something that makes him unhappy simply because he gets to come home to her, when Daisy literally said something similar. Like, it is a sweet thing to say. It's a sweet sentiment. But if Teshi truly believes that, if she truly believes in not necessarily compromising, but not giving away your happiness for somebody, like completely giving away your happiness for another person, then that kind of makes me think further that Paulo and Daisy are not going to work out, because Daisy is literally like, I don't care if I get dragged down by you, as long as I'm with you, I'm happy. And Teshi's absolutely right. That's not a great mindset to be in. It is a very sweet thing to say, and it is a sweet sentiment, but that is not going to help anyone in the long run. Where did I think I was going to be 10 years ago? 2015? I would have just graduated. I didn't really have a plan. I was just kind of going. Like, I knew what I wanted to do in life. I just didn't know how to get there. And I'm very lazy and stupid, so I never got there. Oh. Looks like Lucy's lost her head. Maybe this is where they got the idea to do the USBs. How would you describe BCB to a webcomic reading friend? Imagine, like, the most overdramatic story you've ever read, and multiply it by 10, and even at that, it won't be enough. Imagine a story where you just can't look away. Even as much as you might want to just stop and say, I can't do this anymore, you have to keep reading to know that it will work out for the characters. More, please. Let's see. I desperately need to own all of the books. We'll get to it. Every one of you get to it. We'll get to it. Every one of you get to it. Yeah, except for Volume 4. Sorry about that. I have all the books. I got the omnibus. I got all the volumes. I got the Ask Roseville High. I'm swimming in it. So anyway, we have a shipping date. BCB Candy, Bittersweet Candy Bowl book plus Merchant Extravaganza. See, when did you two, Viral and Oliver, get married? In July 2008 as part of a very low-key ceremony. It helped a lot with Viral's school fees in Australia and my migration to the USA years later. I feel more ambivalent than ever about doing it again, properly. I wonder if they ever ended up doing that. It has been quite some time. It's been almost 10 years. Well, not quite. It's been like 9 years and some change. But not even 9 years. 8 years and some change. Oh my god. Lucy from Bittersweet Candy Bowl. Look at that. That is a foreboding presence. That's a good Lucy. It's so weird to see the characters with normal sized heads, because usually their heads are like 3 times bigger than what their body should be able to handle. Let's see. This is just about a Kickstarter. Hey, I'm the guy who drew the web Neko sprites. Just wanted to say you're welcome. Badass. It's so cool that you made them look like they were... It's so cool that you made them and they were accepted. It's a very nostalgic looking thing. For those who missed it, check out Mike and Lucy at WebNeco and put them on your blog. I don't even know what this is. What is this? Play the cat herding game? Oh, oh shit, what the fuck? Can we put a Lucy on there? Some sites like MySpace don't let you use script tags. How do I put these on anything? How do I put them on my Tumblr blog? Like to have it on your webpage, your webpage sort script, all you have to do is put the .html file. You know, one thing I've wanted to do is like code my own website. So, you know what? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put this in my BCB folder, and if I ever get around to making my own website, I will be sure to put Mike and Lucy on there. How about that? Oh my God, Lunar Bittersweet Star Story. Oh, that looks so cool. Actually, this is awesome. This is probably like a manga thing, but that doesn't make it any less awesome. Let's see. Oh god, oh god. I was so intensely excited when I saw it on Twitter while streaming with me. My 15-year-old Lunar playing self would have collapsed on the floor if this picture could go back in time. You just imagine Mike as Alex, Lucy as Luna, Daisy as Mia, and Paulo as Nash. It's kind of perfect. Oh, is this a game? Lunar Silver Star Story. What is this game? Is this like a Super Nintendo RPG? Oh, it's a PlayStation RPG. Interesting. Okay. Maybe that's one worth checking out. This is a really, really awesome image, though. I never knew the BCB spreadsheet store existed. Now I must buy several shirts. Not anymore. Do you think when BCB ends a long time from now, obviously, you don't even know. From this point in 2016, assuming that she does end it in 2029, 13 years. It's probably not going to end in 2029. She might just come up with new chapters to make it even longer. But yeah, it will be a long time. That you might make a version of the books that is in text with no comics in them? You mean like a kind of what they're doing now with looks like they haven't really updated it. But they're supposed to have transcripts. Like prose? Probably not. I'd hopefully be too into the next project I'm doing. Damn. We'll see. This would BCB the junior novelization. Imagine trying to write around the Alejandro alleyway confrontation in a junior novelization. Let's see. Oh, they're playing a game. Wow, this is what Twitch used to look like. That's crazy. 2016, huh? Oh, Space Mouse is live. You know, let's go say hi to Space Mouse real quick.
Like,
it's such a Halloween game. It's one of those games that, like, if
guys,
you gotta play it, you need to play it around Halloween.
I try to like encourage other people to play it, but like warn them that, you know, like the
Space Mouse is really awesome. They're an OG BCB fan.
But you don't have
Are they gonna say hi to stream?
finish a game in order to enjoy it.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
There's a lot of games that I've played that I've never technically beaten.
I don't think they're gonna. I think they're.
Oh,
It's fine. Okay. Hello, I've been following your comic for years now, and I want to ask what program you use for drawing. My husband gave me an iPad Pro with an iPencil and Pixel Mater to draw in, but everything I make looks like crap when crap compared to when I draw in Photoshop with my old tablet. Any advice? And did you try the same thing? While Veronica's the artist, she doesn't really have much to do with the tool she uses. That turns out to be my job, so I'll answer. I don't really have much to say about art programs. I use GIMP, and I don't even really draw. I can't draw. I know people say anyone can draw. No, they can't. That's cope. Did you already return the Apple Pencil? I'll take stuff off your hands if you don't want it. Wow, that's fucking crazy. This is Paulo. BCB AU where everything is the same except all the cats are dogs and dogs are cats and Paulo was afraid of meowing. Oh, could you imagine being afraid of a soft little meow? Maybe like more like hissing or yowling he'd be afraid of. That would be very funny. Paulo the dog is scared of seeing cat claws. That's actually an interesting AU idea. I've never really considered doing a BCB AU where all the species are reversed. I don't know, it just doesn't seem as fun. It could be fun, just not as fun to me, I guess. Wow, they really are just putting like, oh wait, no, this BCI is one of the free ones. See, for those of you who have Patreons, where do we send in our drawing stream requests? Thank you. Alright. I think that's... I don't think we're going to end stream just yet. Oh wow, look at that. That's a big poster. Also, they're on Picarto. Wait, they might make your girlhood tremble? Oh my god, what does she mean by that? Before we end stream, actually, I want to check out one thing. Wait. Did no one bother making a... No one made a... No one seriously made a BCB thread for the new page? Oh my god. People just have not given a shit about Paulo and Daisy. Are we gonna do this? Am I gonna go down this rabbit hole of Paulo and Daisy just isn't working in this chapter? Just like conceptually, right? The idea of this chapter of two characters get into a relationship and they're completely shocked that everybody just kind of already figured it out. Like that can work. I get the bit. But the bit might be running on for a little bit too long, and the fact that this is being played off as a joke really confuses the tone in review session where they take this whole thing deadly seriously. And maybe part of the joke is that the thing was being taken deadly seriously and now it's just a big joke, and like the joke is that it's not what they thought it was. I think people just don't give a shit. Like I know the Fannel has like been kind of dead recently, and the co-threads aren't even like, I don't know. People just, it was like one of those things people wanted until they got it. Is that fair to say about Paisy? Paisy is one of those things people wanted until they got it, and then they realized that this just isn't really working out all that well. And I've explained in detail why. And I honestly don't know how I'm going to go about reviewing this current chapter, because what am I going to do? Spend another like 20 to 30 minutes talking about why Paisy doesn't work? Like there really isn't anything like that to say about this chapter. I've pretty much said everything that I can say. There's like minor things. Like I can talk about how Daisy's being extremely obnoxious this chapter, and it's really weird, and like basically character assassination of Daisy. And then Paulo right here, like I made a joke about it already, but this is like the universal face of I'm beginning to regret my decision to date this girl. And honestly, if that's the way that Teshi ends up going with these two, that would be insane. I don't think that's going to happen, but Teshi has proven to be extremely unpredictable, so anything could really happen. But like I'm stuck at how I should review this chapter, because it's just like there's not really anything to latch onto here. I mean, we're still like 8 pages out from the end of it, so anything could still happen. And BCB chapters tend to like really get to the point of the chapter in the last few pages. Why I'm getting added? I'm getting 4 ats. Oh, it's Noodly. It's my friend. He decided to send 4 different DM messages. Okay. What? Like I'm just gonna like sit there and be like, yeah, there's nothing for me to say. It's just boring. Well, what is there to talk about? Like this is just they're not really winning me over. So what I think I'm going to do instead is play devil's advocate. I'm going to play devil's advocate with Paisley, and I'm going to say, all right, I'm going to explain why conceptually this is like why Daisy and Paulo are supposed to be the ones for each other, and examine who they are like at their core as characters. Because I think the idea is that Paulo and Daisy understand each other on a more like a deeper level than they understand other characters, or like other characters understand them. And so Daisy, like Paulo is like his vulnerable self around Daisy, right? Like that's like been like the thing the whole comic, is that he's been vulnerable around Daisy. And who he is as a character, like when we meet him, he is that vulnerable, shy kid. Like not really actually, like he's always been kind of a daredevil, climbing trees and shit. But like who he really is more of a mixture of that daredevil and also that vulnerable, emotionally not stunted, but emotionally vulnerable guy who's, you know, he's dealing with the fact that his mom left him. I think he dealing with that in a healthy way by just kind of suppressing it, or is that manifesting itself in him being like really self-conscious, but like trying to hide that self-consciousness? I don't know. It doesn't 100% work that way, but that's one of the things that I have to sit down and figure out, like how do I write that? Like I understand the general strokes of it, but how do I make it like a good enough argument to be like, this is why they are good for each other? The issue is, why do they feel like they can open up to each other like this when they can't open up to other people this way? Why do they have to put on a mask for everybody else? Why do they feel like they have to do that? Daisy, it's not as clear what her like core is, and seeing how she's acting in this chapter and the last chapter is like, I don't even think it's the same character anymore, to be honest with you. But that is for me to figure out at some point in the next few days. I need to get started on it. I know we're 8 pages out, which is like basically 2 weeks and some change. But you never know what's going to happen, and the more time I give myself, and oh my god, I need to start working on the April Fool's Day thing too. I haven't even started working on that. I have so much shit I need to work on. I feel terrible for not like doing that. And then I need to read the next chapter of Ad Libitum. There's so much stuff I have to do. And I haven't even really done anything with the comic dubs. It's like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just stretching myself too thin right now. And it's causing me to suffer. Because, like, I can only expend so much brain power to each project, right? But if I only have one project at a time, I can put all my thoughts into that. And like right now, most of my thought process has been putting into writing the letter, which I need to upload onto fanfiction.net and archive of our own so people can read it. That's what I've been focused on. I've been focusing on going back to work. I've been focusing on like my rib hurts and just trying to like keep my health above level and keep that all, you know, together. Because if I can't keep my health and my brain together, then I can't do anything else. I do feel bad. I do feel really bad for not doing more. I know I haven't done the BCB-isms in a while. It's just, I have all these other things that I'm doing. And I'm doing it to myself. And maybe I need to take a break from a few things so I can focus on making this stuff work. Alright, well, I'm done belly aching about that. Whatever the case is. Thank you guys for showing up. I really appreciate it. Let me move this up here. Or not. But I'll see you guys next time. You guys stay real out there. You guys stay happy, stay healthy, stay active. And I really appreciate all your support. Even though things have been kind of rocky recently, I do appreciate the continued support. I'll talk to you guys later.